Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will see how to configure IPsec IKEv1 using Forticlient. In the previous video, I explained to you about how to do the configuration with the Forticlient in mode config automated. So let's get started. This is my window client, as you can see. All right, so this is the firewall. Let me show you one more time. And I have two interface. This is the LAN interface, port 1, and this is the WAN interface with the public IP 14.140.4204. So my intention is to get the access of the firewall 14.140.4204 via a IPsec tunnel using Forticlient. So I'll show you the configuration here. If you click on IPsec tunnels, I already have a configuration. I'll show you what I have. So I have IPv4 remote gateway. I have selected as dial-up user. Since the port 1 is listening for all kind of negotiation requests from the client, so I have selected port 1. Primary local gateway is going to be the IP which is listening for the negotiation, which is 107. And if you click on this, it is going to have automated configuration pushed into your system, but then I'm showing it for the manual one. Okay, I'm not checking this configuration here, because if you click on this, you can actually fill in lot many details here. You can see the range of the IP that has to be assigned to the window client or the uh, remote clients which will get connected to this firewall. Subnet mask, split tunneling. If you click on this, then your system for this particular destination will only dump the traffic into the tunnel unless you have this settings here. Your system will continue to send all the traffic into the tunnel. So you can enable split tunneling under mode config, but then I am showing you the manual one, so I am not going to check this one. If you want to check the configuration with respect to mode config, then you can check out my previous video. So I am not going to use this. Let's have this enabled. I'll show you the effect of NAT traversal enabled and forced enabled. In advanced settings, I don't have anything. So DPD, I don't want it as of now, but in real time scenario, you should always have it so that you can check the tunnel status. So you can see here pre-shared key. I've entered pre-shared key version 1 aggressive mode, and I'm going to use this as my peer ID. Proposals, you can see here. Proposals, you can see here. I have dash SHA1 group 2. You can have multiple proposals, but then I have only one proposal. I call exhaust I am not using. Phase 2, you can see I don't have anything. So you can put anything. So if you see here in advance, you will see the proposal dash SHA1. I'm not using PFS. I've unchecked it. Lifetime, everything is same. So I already have this VPN configured here. I already have the policy configured, which says any traffic that is coming to the VPN interface towards the port 1, allow. And I've given a specific destination so that I can restrict the traffic. and I have the destination mentioned in the policy as, let me show you. So you can see here, VPN allow, tunnel VPN. This is the VPN interface that I just created. Port 2, 14.140.42.04, which is the public IP configured on my WAN interface, which is port 2. I don't need NAT, so I've disabled it. Alright guys, so let me get back to my client machine. So you can see here my client machine is having 192.168.0.110. Okay, so the firewall is reachable. And this is my Forticlient. If you go to edit, well, you can see everything. So you have to click on IPsec VPN, put the name, put the description. This is my firewall gateway 107. You can see here, and appreciate key, exactly the one that you configured on the firewall. They should both match. And in advanced, if you click, you will see VPN setting version 1 aggressive. But then instead of manual config, I have clicked, instead of mode config, I have clicked manual settings, manually set. So you can see here, I am instructing my device to continue to use the 8.8.8 as DNS. And then I am telling that please assign the IP address 10.10.10.10 with the subnet mask of /32, and I'm enabling split tunnel so that I should always have the internet connectivity in my system, and only the traffic destined for this should get into the tunnel. So that is the prime motive of having split tunnel enabled here. And dash SHA-1, you can have multiple proposals according to the configuration that you have on the firewall. 86400, local ID the same what I have mentioned in the configuration. Let me show you one more time. You can see here it is the same as this. So TPD, I have not enabled it for now. I will definitely have it once I have the real-time traffic flowing into this tunnel. So NAT traversal is very important because you will, in most of the scenarios, will initiate the traffic from the private IP, which will get natted on the upstream ISP device. So you should always have the NAT traversal enabled. I will show you the effect of enabling NAT traversal and forcefully enabling NAT traversal in some time. So proposal you can see here, since we are not using PFS, so there is no need of DH group. Okay, since I have already saved all the settings, so now let's connect. So you can see here, I am connected to my FortiGate. Let me show you. So you can see here, the VPN is established. RX is 0, TX is 0. So let me try to initiate some traffic and let's see whether I'm able to reach the IP that I am destined for or not. Okay, one more thing I'll show you that you will have to take care of on your system. If you click on this, You can see here I'm not able to ping, but my receive counter is increasing. The receive packet counter is increasing. So I'll tell you what is the issue here. So if you take a capture, and now if you initiate the traffic, you will see that you are initiating the traffic from 192.168.0.110. So that is the reason why I'm not able to ping 14.140.40.204, because I have assigned 10.10.10/32 to be my local IP in the configuration. So I'll show you the configuration. Just give me some time. Okay, I'll start the capture now. If I do this, so you can see here I'm able to ping. So that was the issue. And in the configuration, like I was telling, that you already mentioned that you will be using 10.10.10.10 as your local IP. You can see here you already mentioned this. And in most of the scenario, what will happen, let me remove this configuration and let me show you. So if you go on edit this configuration, since your system is having this IP 192.168.0.110, so you can go ahead, you can put this IP if you don't want to use any other IP. Okay, let it be /32, save. Okay, so if you check here, I don't have any virtual adapter as of now because I'm not connected to my VPN. As soon as I connect to the VPN concentrator or the Fortigate Firewall, I have a virtual adapter and I see. So now if you check, if I initiate a traffic, see, I'm able to ping it because you mentioned that you are going to use this IP in the configuration 192.168.0.110. And now that if I take a capture, you can see here, my source now is able to initiate the traffic and I am able to get the response for the same as well. So now what is happening here is if you click on this, so most of the time if you do a manual configuration, you will have something like this without any IP. It will not have any IP. Let me demonstrate that. So if you go ahead, change this to some other IP, which means you're telling the firewall that my initiation point is 10.10.10.10. And if you go ahead, get yourself connected to the firewall, suppose that if you come to the network settings, if you will check the details, most of the time you will not have this IP configured on the adapter. So in fact, the same thing happened to me when I connected my system to the firewall using the Fortigate client. my adapter somehow was not getting this IP 10.10.10.10, and it was in DHCP. So what I did was, in order to fix the issue, I clicked on this. I manually entered the IP 10.10.10.10 in this, and it started working. So maybe you should, in your case, if it is not working, you should check your adapter. If your adapter in this case is automatically getting the 10.10.10.10, in case you're not getting any IP on your adapter, then you can go ahead, configure the IP on your virtual adapter, and you can have a static entry. So that will fix your issue. So now I'm not facing any issues. So let me try to ping one more time. You see, I'm not able to ping it because my initiation is right now from the physical connectivity to the machine. You see, it is initiating it from 192.168.0.110. So what you have to do is you will have to change the source to 10.10.10.10. And again, I have no clue what's going on. Let me check that. Okay. Now let's try to reinitiate the traffic and let's see what we have on the Fortigate, because I faced this issue a lot of time and I fixed it. Okay, it's not getting into the tunnel and I'm not able to ping it. And right now I am in DHCP configuration. Let's try to change it manually. Like I was telling, most of the time you will have this issue. So before shooting this video, I had the similar issue going on for quite a long time. And I fixed this issue by configuring a static IP on this adapter. Now again, let's try to initiate the traffic. Now you can see here, this is what I was talking about. So in case you're facing any issue in the manual settings, in the manual set mode, then you can edit the configuration on your virtual adapter, which you will see obviously after the connectivity, after the VPNs, after your system get connected to the firewall using the VPN. You can go ahead to the properties, change the IPv4 IP like this one, and it actually fixed my issue. I in fact can take the access of the firewall, I guess, as well. Let me try to take the access. So you can see here, Or else what we can do is we can take the SSH access. There seems to be some issue with my port. Anyways, that should be because of the interface configuration. So this was the one that I was talking about. So right now I'm able to ping the interface, and you can see here my incoming and outgoing bytes. The counter is increasing, and the same we can check it on the Fortigate firewall. I can show you that as well. You can see here RX TX increasing. So now what we'll do is let me show the configuration as well. So this is my phase 1 settings. Let me show you the phase 2 settings. This is my phase 2 settings. All right, guys. So what I was telling is you can see here set NAT device enable, and I'm going to force it. Let us do it from, and let us take the capture as well. Let's drop this one. Let's go to the packet capture. You can see 192.168.0.110, 192.168.0.107. These two are peer. Let's try to configure the NAT, and let's try to have it force enable for this particular tunnel. Okay, it is already in force enabled. So let's see what is the effect. You can see here it started pinging one more time. So I'm going to stop this, and I am going to stop the capture as well so that I can show you what's going on in here with the nat-t attribute enabled. So if you can see here, this is my initial phase 1 first packet, then the response, and then in the third packet, if you see the first packet, second packet, you see it is encapsulated under UDP 500 UDP 500 but then in the third packet, when I'm doing the force enable nat-t, my client is switching the port from 500 to 4500, and then post that you will see Rest of the traffic encapsulated into 4500. You can see here even the negotiation, and post that negotiation, this is all my ping which is getting encrypted into ASP and then getting encapsulated into UDP 4500 4500. So this is what is happening with the NAT-T feature, which is kicking in into this tunnel where you have a NAT device in between. You will always have this kind of packet captures where your entire ESP will be encapsulated into UDP 4500 4500. So this was the thing that I was telling you. Now I'm going to change it. So now I'm going to disconnect this, go to the VPN settings. I'm going to disable the force enable NAT-T feature. I'm going to enable it since there is no device which is doing NAT between my client machine and the firewall. So I'll show you the effect of that as well. Let me stop this, restart this. Let me connect my system. So you can see here I'm now connected. Let's try to ping something. So you can see here I'm able to ping. So you can see here it stopped pinging. Now let's get back to our capture. Okay, seems like it didn't capture our ESP. Let's try to download this. So you can see here, this is the negotiation. Okay, it didn't capture my normal package, so I'm going to do edit, and I'm going to remove this port. 50 is for the ESP protocol number. So let's try to do it now. Start pinging again. So let's try to stop this time and see what's going on. Okay, so we have our aggressive mode negotiation. The first packet encapsulated into UDP 500 500, second packet 500 500, and then the third packet again you see 500 500. In the previous packet capture, you saw that the client was forcing the system to change the port from 500 to 4500, but without NAT-T feature kicking in. It is not encapsulating the traffic into 4500 since it did not detect any device, NAT device in the path during the transit of the packet from the source towards the firewall. So you can see here, even the data packet will be encapsulated into ESP. You see, ESP is not encapsulated into the UDP 4500 like I showed you in the previous capture. I think, yeah, here you can see here with the NAT-T feature kicking in, you will always have this encapsulated into UDP 4500 4500. And one more thing I want to show you. So you mentioned that you are going to use 10.10.10.10 as your source IP, and whenever you do that, whenever the tunnels are active, if you click on check your routes, you will have that particular routes pointed to the VPN. This is a peer IP, this is a VPN. So this is automatically injected into the firewall, and everything is working fine right now. Alright guys, I have nothing more in this. So if you have any issues, just drop an email, comment them in the comment section, and please do subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. Stay tuned for more updates. Stay in your home, stay safe. Have a good day. Bye bye.